Good evening, ma'am. This interview is conducted for Global TV, and I'm privileged to introduce Dr. Ruksana, ma'am. By profession, she is a child psychologist, teacher trainer, life coach, motivational speaker, especially for students and parents, and she's a therapist as well. And also, when it comes to her qualification, she holds PhD in social work and humanity from USA, and her second PhD is in counseling psychology from Mother Teresa University. She completed 3 master's degree in arts, diabetic health, and human rights. On top of all this, she holds 28 years of experience in counseling at rehabilitation centers specialized in drug abusers and alcoholics. And when it comes to her family, she is mother of 3 and grandmother of 1. And she have also connected with VIPs of India and other parts of the world, and have designed pilot projects for central and state government, where she have received several state awards as well. Moreover, one significant aspect is that she is the catalyst for transforming people who is struggling from addictions for years together. So, ma'am, I wanted to ask you mainly about your qualifications and your perseverance to achieve this even at this age. And also, we would like to know about your journey.
First of all, thank you, Global TV, and thank you, Sara, for being my anchor. It's a great privilege. I thank the Almighty for making me stand what I am today. Okay, to begin with, I was born in a very royal family, but with a very pious kind of Muslim family. You can imagine those days, in 70s and 80s, how the Muslim families, especially in India, were. My father was from Kerala, Wayanad, and then he had migrated to Bangalore for his business. So then my mother was coming from an Hanafi background, and then my father was coming from an Shafi background. So that was a big confusion. And then, Hanafi is different and Shafis are different. So with that kind of thing, the family started with the confusion. That is what I want to tell you. And then later on, we were with a very small family of 7 children. And one died when he was too young. Yeah. And because once you're in such a small family, the fifth and the sixth child is always neglected. Because if I say it's a big family, then today people will say, oh my God, for six, she's telling it's a big family. No, let me say it in a very opposite way. So since I was the fifth child, and moreover, I was then the ugly duckling of the family. I had 2 sisters who were elder to me, and one sister was younger to me. And they were a bit more prettier in sense skin. They were white skin, and I was a dark skin. My mom was very, very fair.
Lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes, the people who hold it, that's what I was holding myself, that I'm the most beautiful girl on this earth. So that's the always thing what I used to tell myself. And then education was rejected, the normal living was rejected, the normal 3-time meal was rejected, because anything happens, it was only the punishment. So we just think, and I just recall all my things, how things were. It was all what I can say, that I tell people what I have done, what I have undergone. I don't tell people what is there in the books or what has been read and said and seen. I don't tell my clients or my patients to do that. It is just, as you said, it is just the behold of the people who see that. So that is very important, that how you hold yourself to be there. So behold. So that was important. So that is how I started my journey, with a very maturity thinking. What people say doesn't matter. It is always who I have to think. Where I learned this was when I was in second standard. There was Sister Lizzie, who was my English teacher. And so she used to teach about the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So that was, mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me who's the beautiful girl of all. So that I always used to say, no, it's me, and me.
Okay.
So when you have that me and you have that positiveness, anything and everything can be, you'll perceive it. because I wanted to continue education, degree after degree, PhD after PhD for the generation which had absolutely no education. Like I was the first person with a graduation. I was the first person in my entire family with a post graduation. I'm the only one till now. I'm the only one with a PhD. So when I got married, then the same thing started. It came up until first year PUC, and then when I was in first year PUC, got married at a very old age of just 18 plus, and then had to come
Old age.
come down. When you tell facts as it is, they don't understand. You give them a different word
A reverse
immediately, a catchy
psychology.
word. Yes, that is the reverse psychology what we have to do. Then got married and came to a very, very remote village. Right now, I'm sitting in the same village. Okay, a remote village where there was no transportation, no electricity, no roads, nothing at all. It was that isolated village. And that is where I thought, okay, life is so difficult also. Because we were in Bangalore and then we got married. And I said, then, okay, I want to do something new over here. That is where I started my education. Then I did my correspondence courses. Then I did my correspondence master in arts, sociology, and all these things. That is how it started.
Okay.
Later on, when I was denied with many other rights in my in-laws' place, they are very, very nice people. My father-in-law was one of the best, super fine human being, I should say. I really miss him. May his soul rest in peace. So that was the time I understood, okay, education is not important. We should also start working. So I said, what do I work? How do I work? Then I started my journey in Commissioner of Police Bangalore as a honorary counselor. Then when I started there, the first thing what I used to say, all the women come beaten up, and then they only thing they say, today my husband is fully drunk, today my husband hit me, and the next day it is the same story. Then I said, okay, what is it? So from
Okay.
there, my journey started taking turns and turns. All the degrees, whatever I have done, it is related to one another. It
And
is
this is in
related
the
to my
same
work.
place where ma'am is
Yes,
living now. Okay.
yes. This is the place. This is my farmhouse now. Though this has become a very beautiful place. This isolated village has now Wi-Fi. This isolated village have roads, communications, roads, electricity, everything, all the possible things available over here. So I could have easily, gone to America, gone to Canada, got settled and things like that. No, I wanted to make the place where I'm like, that is Canada for me. That was the UK for me. That was US for me. Leaving the place where you are and going to another place, absolutely not my cup of tea.
Throughout this journey, ma'am will have a lot of negative and positive experiences and also real time stories as well. Will you be able to share an optimistic story that would inspire our viewers?
If I have to begin with the story of where exactly I got to know that especially the women who were suffering, the women who were suffering, I could have got into education. I could have worked as a manager, as in CEO, as a receptionist. I could have done so many other things where schools were also there. Then I said, I want to do something which is not available in the market, in this society, in the community, in the family. So that is where when my first hand experience in Commissioner of Police gave me a lot of changes. Like
Okay.
I would like to share my first story. I will not
Okay.
use the real names.
Okay.
There was one woman
Okay.
who was hailing from Bangalore and she got married to Mumbai. There she comes from a very middle class family. She got married to a very rich person in
Okay.
Mumbai. So she was beaten up blue black and she was thrown out of the house. Then one day, one of the sub inspector was patrolling that area, saw this lady standing with some cloth. He could just see that it was some cloth. But actually, when he went near and saw that, it was not a cloth, it was the screen which she had to pull to cover her body.
Okay.
So you can imagine she was literally beaten up in her naked body. And
Okay.
then she had to when he threw her in the balcony. They were staying somewhere on the seventh floor. When he threw her in the balcony to lock the balcony, she just had to pull her screen and then cover up her body. So that story, that particular case, nobody wanted to take. When I was in Commissioner of Police, Vanita Sayamani, then I said, okay, why doesn't nobody wants to take it? Because it was related to the so-called big people. Then
Ma'am,
those,
is the husband was an addict or something?
yes, yes, I'm coming to that part.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Then the police rescued that lady. Then he brought her, and luckily that guy was the sub inspector, was also from Karnataka.
Okay.
So he understood he and she was speaking in Kannada and things. And the man, the husband was running a bar, a dance bar.
Okay.
So I don't have to tell the background of that husband
Yes.
what he. So he used to bring women from the dance bar and tell this girl to serve beer, serve all the other things, which wife will do that. So when she argued, so she was thrown. Then later on, when nobody wanted to take up the case, then I said, okay, I will take it because I just work with innocence. I had absolutely. And then somebody those days mobile was something which is not known to people. So I had a mobile, and then I received a call, and I said he used very very nice fine words like F's and B's and things. I as if I didn't understand any of the words what he used. I said, Anna, ನೀವ್ ಯಾರ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? In spite of he being so arrogant, so rash with me, my next answer, my next question to is, elder brother, who is it whom you're calling? Because for you to speak to me like that, I am nothing related to you. You don't know who I am. Yes, Anna, I don't know because I can't see you're speaking from the other side, and I'm sitting here, so I don't know who you are. I am so and so. Oh, your name sounds a very nice meaning, and then right, this it is a kind of hope. So in case I will give up this case, in case if it is your sister, what will you do? The whole office. I said, what are you talking? And then the commissioner immediately after half an hour, he comes, I'm just honorary, I'm not permanent over there. Then everybody said, oh, Ruksana, you're good. I said, don't worry, if I'm gone here, I have to go somewhere else. If I'm gone from here, I have to. Then he called up and he said, what is it what you spoke to that person who called? I said, nothing. If it was your elder, if it was your younger or elder sister, what would you do? Then he said, the commissioner told me, open your tongue. I said, I did that. I said, then he said, what is it? How is it you speak so sweetly? No, sir, before that I had a necklace, so my tongue was very sweet. So this is how I took, what people are telling me was not important. What I was thinking was more important. So just because you're in angry mode, you are in angry mode. I'm not in an angry mode. If I'm in an angry mood, then you have to. I also get angry. Not that I don't get angry. But what is my reaction? The act, what you do, what will be my reaction? So in that way, I took. And today, that girl is well settled, and she was pregnant when we brought her. Now that boy is about 23 years old, completed his engineering. So this was the first inspiration. And then when I went to her house, she invited me for Deepavali. Like I was sitting in the hall and I could see her puja room.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I get goosebumps, and I could see a big photograph, and there was one deep below, and then they said Namma Mane Devaru, my home god.
Okay.
And I was curious, it was like it was looking like a human structure. It was a human photograph, and then they said, I said, Priya, any of your sisters or think somebody died? Thing? Then she's, madam, don't say that. She's my home god. Please go and see near who it is. When I just went near, when I saw my picture along with in the puja room,
Oh
I was
my.
just shocked. And I said, can I make such a big difference? What is it what
Okay.
I did? Nothing at all. I tell you, Sara, even today, if I think of that, I feel I get goosebumps. So that was the inspiration. I'm talking way back in 98 case I'm telling. Okay, uh, that was the kind of time it said, yes, this is the need of the society. From an
Yes.
ordinary, I'm a sinner. I'm a normal human being. Every normal human being is a sinner. I do so many sins. But for this particular case, for this particular girl, I became a goddess.
Yes.
My God. So that was the kind of thing then when H.T.
The
Ramesh was the
transformation,
DGP. Yeah, when
yeah,
H.T.
happened in
Ramesh
her
was the
life.
DGP for prisons, that was the time I said I want to do something in the central jail. So there, they saw how addicts were and what it is. So from this little girl's story, I went to
Yeah.
the addicts. I went to the
Oh,
prisoners. I went to the inmates.
so
So
we,
that is how, I
yeah,
started stepping up.
yeah. And also, ma'am, the addicts, like ma'am mentioned, when they have kids, the way they nurture them does matter a lot. What are they giving to their kid? Or what is the impact of their negativity? That will have a lot of problems. So these parents has to be educated. Or what do you think, ma'am, how we can you know like according to ma'am, how these parents can be given awareness about bringing up their children?
Love. My one answer will be love.
But then they will not, these parents who are addicts, they will not have love in themselves.
Yes,
They will not have, they haven't got this feeling from their childhood. So
yes.
how will they give it to their children?
The only thing what you have to make them understand, and now even now on my list, I think I have some 30 cases. Whatever you're telling, it is the same case. See here, it may be the child of an cobbler, or it may be the child of the president, or it may be the child of the doctor, it may be the child of a teacher. Here, what exactly you're working is not going to calculate how to bring up your child.
Okay.
You underwent that, and what is it what you have achieved? That is the first thing. The first thing, the only one word I said, love. Because all the addicts who come to me, all the drug addicts who come to me, all the alcoholic, the chemical substance, any addicts who come to me, I accept them the way they are.
They are okay.
Accepting, accepting the parent the way they are. Second thing, don't put them, you as a parent. No. Tell them, you as a human being, you
Okay.
as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you start pinching them, when they know the pain, they will not pinch others.
Yeah.
Here I'm pinching you, here I'm hurting you, here I'm using that verbal diarrhea because I'm not understanding that. First, make me understand. I am feeling hungry and you're telling me to serve the food. Definitely, I will rob the food. I will not serve the food. So before you want me to serve the food, see that my stomach is full. I understand what is the taste. I understand what is the quench. I understand the thirst. Only then I'll be able to tell, okay, if I give this, then he'll be serving it with love. He will be
Yeah.
serving it with love. The moment he does it with love, automatically what you have to do is that you only have to say that, yes, this is what. So the basic thing how you have to tell about the thing is, parents think that the parents are right. Children think that the children are right. According to me, both are right. Then who is wrong? The direction where you're standing and you're trying to analyze the problem, the direction has to be changed. A simple thing on a plain paper, I write number 6
Okay.
and I
Yes.
hold it like this.
Yes.
What is it for you? It is 9.
Nine.
What is
Yes.
it for me? It is
It
6.
is six.
Are you wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
No.
So if I have to say that is 6, I have to slowly turn the page and say,
Yes.
Sarah, what is it now?
It's six. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what you have to. Now you have to stand in the shoes of whoever as the person who are suffering or need, that they have to understand, yes, this is what is our thing. This is where we have to. So for that, the basic thing is accepting them the way they are,
There you
talking to them the language which they understand. Just because I'm a police officer, I come back home as a dumb, dumb, dumb. Not going to happen. You're a police officer outside. At home, you're a husband, you're a brother, you're a son, you're a father. You have to understand this. What we are doing as parents, my profession, I'm bringing it home and I'm talking my profession. Profession is a different thing, personal is a different thing.
Yes.
But both are the two P's of your life. If one piece misses, it's gone. The other P is gone. So these are your two P's. Only if you have two
Balance is
P's, then these
required.
are the pillars.
And the balance is also required.
Yes, this is the balance.
Yes.
Only if this two P's, this is the balance. I can show you the entire life system in these two hands, in these fingers, in the nails, in the fine motor skills and the gross motor skills. Only in this I can show you what is life.
Okay. Okay.